Good evening everyone, and we are in Singapore, and by the looks of it we have the odd drop of rain falling. Just what you want on a tight street circuit, a bit of rain. It's going to be tight tonight. This race last year saw many retirements, and we're hoping this year we won't get as many, and we're hoping more of you finish today. There's only 15 runners today, so there's a good chance to score some good points today. There will definitely be instances, and I'm betting my life that there will be a safety car at some point. Let me just get everything set up ready, and we'll follow the first guy on track, which is Lack, and he's out on the intermediate tyres at the moment, so the rain is falling. Let's see how people contend with this weather today. I'll just get the updated tables up just to review from last week. So last week we saw Magic Mag take the win with Jim Stravin second, the Mercedes 1-2. Can they pull that off again today? We will see. Magic Mag would definitely be wanting to keep his good form up after winning last time out and getting the fastest lap. Good chance to score points tonight then. So wet Singapore is quite hard to master. It's not as good as a dry Singapore. As we just saw, there's a car nearly hitting the barrier and taking his front wing off on his own lap. I'm looking forward to this race. I reckon it's going to be a few instances, especially into that turn one, and if it's raining in the race, and God help you all into that turn one. I hope none of you all pick up damage, though. Wishing you all the best of luck today. And we are following Lack around as he comes around now to start his flying lap here. Let's see what he can do. And Andy Loyal's retired in sector 2. The McLaren guy's gone off and has retired from qualifying. Not the best start to the weekend for him. So there, let's see how Lack can do as it just comes down into DRS zone, but there won't be a DRS at the moment, I don't think. Yep, DRS is off at the moment. The rain is falling. I don't know whether it's going to dry up before the end. See the car's just picking up a bit of the spray now. There's Lack just keeping to the barriers here. There's a hat off somewhere around the track. So Lack then just hitting the curbs quite hard here, trying to squeeze as much time out of this car and the Ferrari as he possibly can. Comes into this tight section now, this where you're probably struggling for grip and struggling to get the power down. Don't want to get the power down too early, it will just spit you out. Here he comes, just about missing that barrier on the exit of that turn there, and he powers down. He's got an Alpine behind him who is actually gaining on him, so I think that Alpine's gonna take the pole. And Magic Mag has retired. Magic Mag has retired in the exact same place Andy Loyal retired here. So the winner of the last week's race, Magic Mag, is out of qualifying without setting the lap time in the exact same place as Andy Loyal. People just out breaking themselves into that section by the looks of it. Struggling to get the power down. This is a deadly track if you just mess up, as you just seen there. The AlphaTauri coming into the pits without a front wing. Lack goes on to pole, but Crafe straight away takes that back off him and took 2 seconds out of him on that lap alone. Who's next? Who should be watched next? So there's the other Ferrari crosses the line, goes P3. Set that so we can see 3 seconds off Kraft's time. Johnny Smith's coming around the corner now where Magic Mag and Andy Loyal are tied, and there you can see a front wing and a tyre just placed in the middle of the track there, just for the added danger for you guys. Might hopefully don't put you off if it is on your screen as well. So Johnny Smooth then keeping it smooth like he's now. Ooh, lost the back end a bit there when he ran over the curb into the hairpin. Now he's got to keep it tight. Ooh, that Red Bull does sound good from behind. And let's see what Johnny can do. Keeping it tight here. I don't think it's going to be the quickest time. He has lost the back end a few times on this lap. And that Red Bull is struggling to get the power down. Hard on the brakes. He comes through the tunnel. As Born Linsky goes into second. Matt XY goes into fourth. I'm going to call him Union, goes into 6th, Dragon's into 7th. No one can get close to Crave here. Crave is 2 seconds ahead of the whole field at this time. And Johnny Smooth didn't set a lap there. For some reason, it might have invalidated his lap time. His teammate nearly lost the back end where he lost it as well. Where's Popestar on the track? Popestar's coming around the back end of the track, so we'll stick with him, see what sort of lap time he's going to put in. And he's racing quite hard. RJB 1989 also now taking up a full seat after a driver couldn't make it for the rest of the season. So RJB will take that AlphaTauri seat for the end. Oh, Popestar there got very sideways there at that corner. As he now approaches the last 2 corners, that would have definitely lost him some time there. But it's good enough to put him into 5th. I reckon he could have got 2nd if he didn't have that big moment there. And Matt X-Ray closes the gap a little bit on Crave at the top. It's still 1.7 seconds though. And the 2 Red Bulls, again, don't set a lap time. Must have been validated somewhere on the track. There's 3 guys out that haven't set a lap time at the moment, who are on the track doing their laps. That's Johnny Smooth, Nightwalker and A-Lad. And we'll go through them as they go around the track. So Johnny Smooth will be the first one to come across the line. I think he validated his lap on the last one. Johnny Smooth then coming around the last corner, getting the power down now. Goes up to 8th, not the best lap there. Right, Nightwalker, can Nightwalker his teammate do any better? I don't think he's on for a good lap. Where's A-Lad? A-Lad is ahead of Nightwalker at the moment. Let's see what A-Lad can do. Had his qualifying destroyed last week by a, I think it was XX Boss. He's not here this week. He would have picked up a quality van. So A-Lad then coming round, ran a bit deep there, but he's come straight back onto the apex. Driving the Haas this season. Well known and well liked throughout the HPR communities. A-Lad raced in quite a few leagues for us. And here he goes. Coming up to the last 2 corners. Let's see what time he can put in here. And A-Lad crosses the line and it's up to 3rd. So Matt X-Ray's in 2nd, A-Lad's in 3rd. They're both gaining on Crave. That gap was 2 seconds. And Matt X-Ray and A-Lad literally inseparable, battling over the 2nd place by 0.007. Between 2nd and 3rd, that's very tight, but they are slowly reading in Crave's time here as people are starting to get a bit more confident with these conditions. I don't think it's drying up. I think it's getting wetter, if anything, as you just saw a lot of spray coming off A-Lad's car there. So we've got a yellow flag out, and that's going to be for a Red Bull. So if Lack's improving, and that Ferrari's coming in, the spray is definitely kicking up here. The track is getting a lot wetter, and I don't think we're going to see much improvement in times, if I'm honest with you now. I think the first laps were the times to get your lap times in here. As people you see piling into the pit now, make sure you don't cross that line or you will pick a 5-second penalty from the stewards in the race, and maybe a grid drop from the stewards in quali. So there's a few guys out there trying to improve before the track gets too wet. Matt's into the pits. Hey lad, what's he doing? Is he gone for another lap or is he coming in? I think yeah, hey lad's coming in here. Oh no, hey lad's going again. By the looks of it, yeah. Hey lad's decided he's going to go for another lap here. And getting that power down to turn 1. See what he can do. Where's Popestar? Popestar's just ahead of hey lad. We'll stick with hey lad to see what he can do here. As Connor has just said, the track is too wet in sector 3. The car just wheel spins you out. I could tell the sector 3 does actually look wetter than the other parts of the track. People seem to be kicking up a lot more spray through sector 3 from my camera view. And there's A-Lad coming through into sector 2 now, looking to improve. We go into the last 6 minutes of the session here. Quite a few cars out here trying to improve before the end of qualifying, with Magic Mag and Andy Loyal both DNFing. I think both of them are on their outlaps as well, both on the same corner in sector 2. Not what they want. They will be starting at the back unless RJB and Jim Strav don't get lap times in. It's not looking like it's good qualifying at the moment for the Merc guys. And A-Lad is improving here. A-Lad is gone 4 tenths quicker. Let's see if he can get any more improvement out of his car. He ran a bit deeper, get into that corner. Trying to get the most out of this Haas here. Trying to test the limits of the grip with these intermediate tyres. Gets that power down again into the last few corners now for A-Lad. A lot tidier through that section of the track there. As he comes around the last 2 corners, where's A-Lad going to put himself? A-Lad has improved. A-Lad has improved, and it's good enough for second at the moment. Only 4 tenths behind Craif on pole. Craif is on an outlap at the moment. What about Popestar as he comes across the line? No, he's coming into the pit. What about Borlinski? Let's see who's furthest around. The Red Bulls seem to be struggling. Union here is coming round, currently in 9th. He's not improved his time though, so he will stay in 9th. Where's Dragon? Dragon, I think, maybe improving on his time here. I'll stick with him as Johnny Smooth is in 11th. That McLaren getting the power down. Let's see if Dragon's going to. Ooh, a bit of wheel locking up there. Comes out that corner, just about manages to avoid the barrier. He's pushing hard here as the McLaren driver. And here he goes. Last 2 corners. Can he hook it up? And Dragon does the exact same time he did on his previous lap. That's consistency for you there. And we've got a few cars here. Right, them two are racing. What are they doing? The Ferrari and the Red Bull are having a little race here, and there's contact. JW 1990. I think that's going to be Nightwalker then. Nightwalker and JW90 are literally racing each other around the track here. You're not going to be setting better times like that, guys. There was definitely contact between them both. Don't know if there's an incident earlier on in the lap that's caused that incident there. Looked a bit of tensions were a bit high between them two there. As JW comes around that last corner, goes 2 seconds quicker than his old time, and he's put himself up into 5th here. So we've got 2 Ferraris, 5th and 6th, which is quite qualifying for them. Crave is out on the lap. Matt's gone purple into 2nd sector. We'll stick with Matt then. Matt X-Way. Let's see if he can improve as he comes through the tunnel section now. And he comes. Matt then did improve his lap time, and he's gone up to 2nd place. He had 2/10 behind Crave. So we're into the lap. Anyone that's going to get their last laps in now will be right now. Where's Crave? Is Crave improving? I don't think he needs to do here. I think he's done enough. Matt's invalidated his lap. Crave should be safe then for pole, unless someone pulls out a lap out the bag. RJB put himself straight into 4th on his first completed lap. Fantastic to see that. We now, where's Jim Strav? He's just behind him on the track. Let's follow Jim Strav. He comes 2nd last week for the Mercedes guys when they're 1-2 with Magic Mag. As Paulinski retires through sector 1. Let's see what Jim Strav's doing then. Not gone purple in 2nd sector, but I want to see where about he's going to put himself here. He's got to get the Mercedes up the field here, because as it stands, they'll be starting as the last 2 cars. Let's have a look then. As Jim Straff then approaches the last few corners now. Where's he going to place himself on the track? The rain is slowly now, and Jim Straff's not setting a lap. Jim Straff's coming into the pits, and the Mercedes will start at the back of the grid. Are they trying to recreate Lewis Hamilton this week? Are they both trying to do the Lewis Hamilton effect? We'll see as we go into the race. Matt's invalidated, Crave's invalidated. The 2 Ferrari guys are on flying laps. Johnny Smooth's on a flying lap. So we've got the 2 Ferraris and a Red Bull there to put lap times in. Who's the furthest one around? That's JW. I'll stick with him, see if he can get a good lap time in here. Let's see, come on, is it coming for the last few corners? Now we've got a Red Bull. That is out, so we're just waiting for the Ferrari guys here to set their times. JW will come round, has he improved? He did improve, but it wasn't enough to move him up the field, and the gap between him and 5th is the 0.001. You couldn't get any closer than that between them guys. What's his teammate Lack doing though? Can Lack improve? He comes round, putting the power down now. See what he can do. Keeps it tight, and he doesn't improve. So that's your grid for you then. Crave will be starting on first. Matt will be in P2. As I just wait for the confirmation to pop up on my screen, but I'm pretty sure we're going to have Mercedes. So Craif is on pole in the Alpine. Matt in the Williams is in P2. A-Lad qualifies in third, followed by RJB, Polestar, JW1990, Lack, Warninski, Johnny Smooth and Nightwalker making up the top 10 there. And then you got Union, Dragon, Andy Loyal, Magic Mag and Jim Strave rounding off the field. The Mercedes are at the back. Are they both trying to do Lewis Hamilton this week? So then it looks like we're going to have a dry start to the race. I don't get weather information, but it looks like it's going to be a dry start to the race. Don't know if we'll get rain later on in the session. I wonder what sort of setups people are going to have took here. But here we go. 5 lights. And away we go here. Few guys have started slow there. The Mercedes started quite quick at the back. The Mercedes, the Magic Mags already took up 4 places then, and amazingly, I think Andy Loyal's got no front wing there. I was about to say we've got virtual safety car. Everyone's slamming the brake. Oh no! Andy Loyal slammed on his brakes. And Dragon, his teammate, has lost his front wing as well. Both McLarens have got no front wing. Andy Loyal lost his into the first corners, and then Dragon was just behind him as the virtual safety car came out, and Andy Loyal slammed on his brakes here and has took his teammate's front wing off, and they've both received penalties. What a disaster this is for McLaren at the start. Oh my god. And now they're going to double stack when they come into the pit here. Oh, what a terrible start for these two. The McLarens have come together. I was about to say we had a fantastic, amazingly clean entry into the first few corners here. But there, McLarens have come together. Both have lost their front wing. That's going to be a race between them two who can get into the pits before the other guy. As we now just waiting for the virtual safety car to end, and there we go. So Craif leads, Matt is in second. You're looking at a 2-stopper maybe, 2 or 1-stopper strategy here will get you through to the end. Let's just see what tyres people have gone for, and everyone's gone for the mediums except for Matt and Lack and A-Lad have gone for the hards. And what's happened to A-Lad? A-Lad was third, and now A-Lad is down in 13th as A-Lad had some sort of incident there. He was quite happily into third, and he's going to have lost his front wing, and A-Lad is coming into the pits now. And into the pit he comes, and we've got a yellow flag in sector 1. And that was RJB there, looked like he spun around and he's had to get back on, so the few incidents, and as he lost his front wing as well. Have a look as he comes down here. He has. So RJB's got front wing damage as well. He'll be having to pit the end of this lap. Mercedes then are up to 8th and 10th after starting last. Magic Mag looking for a move on the Ferrari there, but thought better of it at the last second there. But he's going to go for him now. Magic Mag there's all over the back of that Ferrari. He's putting him under a lot of pressure here for that 7th place. The winner of the last race, he's desperately trying to get himself up the field here. Craif's leading. He's pulled out a 1.5 second gap to Matt here. Johnny Smooth is 6 seconds further back in the Red Bull. So the top two have absolutely stormed away here from the rest of the field. And the rest of the field are quite clumped up here. They're batting around. As Dragon got out the pit before his teammate Andy Loyal here. And Popestar then, he's on the back of Johnny Smooth here in the Aston Martin. Johnny Smooth's not making time up on the guys in front. Matt's lost another second to Craif in the lead. Popestar then is all over the back of Johnny Smooth and he will get DRS here. I'm going to have four cars here all in a row that are all going to be battling when that DRS flap opens, and here we go. We're right on board with Popestar. Will that DRS make any effect? Johnny Smooth seemingly keeping him ahead. But here we go. Borlinski had a little peek at the Ferrari there, but couldn't get the move done in time, and he's settling back into sixth there. Magic Mag has got past the AlphaTauri there. And like though, that Ferrari that he was stuck behind has dropped down as well. He's down to 10th right now. Nightwalker's in 11th, A-Lad is in 12th, RJB's 13th, Dragon's in 4th. Dragon's had to pit again here, and he lost another front wing. As he comes out, he's going to come out with his teammate here. And he's in 14th, Andy Loyal's in 15th then. Craif leading, he's pulling away a gap over Matt here. He's got it up to 3 seconds. Johnny Smooth is losing time to second place Matt as well. He can't keep up the front two, and he's coming under increasing pressure from behind. We've got a sort of DRS train going on here. Johnny Smooth is in third. He's got Popestar, Borlinski, JW, Magic Mag, and now Jim Strav and Union all on his tail. Is a good long train forming right now. As Jim Straff sets the fastest lap of the race, he took it from his teammate. Now this is about to get very interesting here. We've got 6 cars all battling over third place here. This is going to be a right battle, and we'll follow them through. Yeah, and here we go. Johnny Smith, he's going for it. He's going to have a lot of pressure coming up from behind. Oh, the Alpine, Borlinski's gone around the outside, and Borlinski's gone up to third here. Fantastic move from Borlinski there. Absolutely sent it round the outside of Johnny Smith and has got the move made. Now can Borlinski gap these guys now? We've got battles going on behind. And the Aston Martin's in 5th. Popestar's lost a bit of time to them guys in front there, and he's now himself coming under pressure from behind, and Borlinski's already pulled a 2.5 gap over Johnny Smooth. So where's Popestar? Popestar's going to be coming under pressure. We've got the Team Mercedes guys in 7th and 8th. They're looking hungry and racy today as well. So Matt lead, Craif leads. He's pulled a good gap of 3 seconds out over Matt here. Matt is on the hard tyre though, so you would expect him to have a better strategy going forward. He will be on the fast tyre later on in the race. Borlinski's in 3rd, and Borlinski is already starting to catch up on Matt here. And Johnny Smith, look at this, 5 cars all battling before that 4th place now. And Johnny Smith comes in, the Aston's cut a massive chunk of that corner, but he's giving the places back. And Popestar is the biggest loser there, lost a lot of positions. And Johnny Smooth is now under pressure again. Oh, the Ferrari and the Mercedes both having a look at him. The Ferrari's going to try and go around the outside and do what Borlinski did, and he couldn't get the move done. Oh, there's contact there. Oh, and again contact. Oh, more contact. Oh my god, no. Oh my god. Magic Mag has retired. And that was caused by Johnny Smooth and the Ferrari of JW there. What were they thinking? They have caused accidents, and now we've got a safety car. Magic Mag's not happy. And what I just saw there was Johnny Smith ramming the Ferrari of JW out the way there. Yeah, Johnny Smith picked up a 5-second penalty there. I think he deserves that. Oh god, another front wing's gone. Pope Star's front wing's gone. What are you people doing here? The two Ferraris. I think that was two Ferraris. The two Ferraris are causing trouble by the looks of it. But I think that was more Johnny Smith's fault for Magic Mag's retirement there. I'll make a note of the lap that was, because that was a very questionable battle that was going on there. It was contact about 5 times. So we got a safety car. We're waiting for him to catch up. Craif won't be too happy with that. He had built up a nice, comfortable lead. So Craif will be leading us on the restart. He's chosen not to pit. Quite a lot of guys have chosen not to pit. The only guys that have pitted are guys that had front wing damage. So Craif's leading. Matt will be in second. Lipsky in third. Jim Strav, the sole remaining Mercedes here after his teammate unfortunately got taken out there with an incident between the Ferrari and the Red Bull. Union will be in 5th. The Ferraris will be in 6th and 7th place here. Alad, it will be in 9th. It will be in 8th now as we have a Ferrari in the pit. So Alad will be promoted to 8th. Pope Stars in 10th. RJB in 11th. Johnny Smith in 12th. Dragon and his teammate Andy Loyal in the McLarens bring up the rear of the field, but luckily for these guys, they will now be able to catch the field and be back into the race. Here, one lap. So, Andy Loyal, just waiting for him to catch up to the back of the field here, Johnny Smith. Just waiting for the safety car to come in here. I'm just checking some footage out right now of that incident, just to see what had happened there. Well, we jump on with Craig Feather. He will be leading us on the restart, but I think we've got another lap of the safety car to go. So I'm back. I was just clipping an incident that we just saw right then. That's all just been sent to the stewards. Magic Mag is not happy with what happened there, and after reviewing the incident myself, I wouldn't be too happy either. There will be question marks raised over the Red Bull driver, but here we go. Craif gets us back onto the restart, and A-Lad's retired. A-Lad is out of the race here. So the two big names, A-Lad and Magic Mag, are both out of this race right now. On the home straight, A-Lad's been taken out there. I wonder what happened to A-Lad. There's some sort of incident there. Craif and Matt first and second. Borlinski he is gained back up to these guys. He was 5 seconds behind them before the safety car, and was gaining on them, to be fair. He's now got himself up to third. Jim Strav's going to try and go with them as well. Union and Lack are behind them. Pope Star right up the back end of that Ferrari there, hoping to find a way through. JW Dragon's made up a few places on this restart. Dragon's got himself up into 9th here, into the points for the McLaren team after that dreadful start. Johnny Smooth and Nightwalker, the two Red Bull guys, 10th and 11th. Andy Loyals in 12th. RJB 1989's in 13th right now. So we'll jump back to the front because it's starting to heat up here at the front. Craif is starting to pull away a little bit here, and Matt is on them hard tyres, so Matt will be going longer into this stint here. He'll be looking to do a one stopper easily. We'll see how long he can make them hard tyres go. Borlinski though is right on his tail here, so Matt's gonna have to start to think about going defensive here, as Borlinski has a look but thought best of it right there. And Borlinski is chasing down Matt here. It won't be DRS on this lap, it'll be on the next lap, he'll have the DRS. Not close enough at the moment. Jim Strive is trying to catch up to them as well. Union's sticking with them as well. So the top 5 are going away together here. They've already pulled out a 5-second lead over the front with JW. Dragon's got up to 7th here. He's having a nice little tidy race to himself. He's got Johnny Smooth behind him. And RJB's moved up back into the points as well. As Pope Start and Lack both had to pit for new front wings by the looks of it then. The Crave is just about getting Matt out of that DRS range on himself, but Matt reels him straight back into it. So Matt's just about literally trying to cling on to that DRS zone of Crayford. He's gonna need it because he's gonna be coming under a lot of pressure from the guys behind if he doesn't keep within that second. So here we go then. And he's out of the DRS zone at the moment. But he will get it on that longer straight in a second. The field's split up into 3 packs at the moment. Matt is going to just about keep himself within that DRS range of Crave, which will give him that extra bit of defence against Borlinski behind him, and it will lead him into Crave ahead of him, and that just helps him in the defence against Borlinski, who's looking racy behind that Williams and Matt now. Jim Strav's in 4th. He's starting to drop off the back of these guys here. He's got Union right behind him. JW and Johnny Smooth 5 and 7 seconds further back, and we've just seen Dragon going wide there, and both Red Bulls find a way past Dragon here, but that's unlucky there for Dragon. Now he's going to have the AlphaTauri on his rear end here, and here we go. Oh, that AlphaTauri there sent it on Dragon then a bit too hard. The AlphaTauri of RJB gets past there, but that was quite a dangerous drive there from the AlphaTauri guy. Now he's got Nightwalk rid of him, and he looked like he was going to go for another dive. Let's see what RJB's going to do here. He's very aggressive. He's got Nightwalker now. He's going under a bit of pressure. Oh, and he deserved that, did RJB. Now he's going to have to pit for another front wing, but he deserves it for the dives he was doing there. That was ridiculous racing there from him. We've got another safety car. That's going to bunch the field up again. So we've got a few guys looking to pit here. Under safety car, so who's coming to the pit? Borninski and Union have pitted here. Jim Stroud's also pitted, he's gone for the hard tyre, looking to go to the end. Some stupid racing going on tonight, I can put it that way. Not really impressed with some of the driving standards of a few drivers tonight. They will be getting looked at, let's put it that way. Definitely be getting looked at. So people that will be getting looked into will be Johnny Smooth and RJB at the moment. We like to say that we have very high standards of driving in HPR. We're not seeing that tonight. The admins are watching, guys, so please think about your moves. Don't be doing stupid stuff like we've seen so far. We've still got half a race to go. Let's all just calm down and take a breath. And luckily Craig and Matt and a few of the others are just staying out of trouble here, but there's been a few guys that have had damage caused by some idiots tonight. We will be looking into it. And Craig and Matt have both decided not to pit here. The guys that were just behind them on the track did pit. So Craig and Matt are on 12 lap old tyres. Matt will be wanting to stretch them hard tyres though for as long as he possibly can, so he can switch to the medium, maybe even go to the softs at the end. You never know. Oh, Craig's decided, the race leader has decided to pit here. And in he comes. Now what tyres is Craig going to throw onto the car? He's going to lose a lot of track position here by not pitting on the previous lap. And he's going for the hard, so Craig will be going to the end here. But he's going to have to fight his way through the traffic here to make up some time. Matt stayed out. Where's Craig going to re-emerge? Craig is going to re-emerge down in 11th place. Not where you would want to be emerging, but he's pitted to the end. Let's see how far he can get on these. He should be able to get to the end easily on this tyre. Hoping now that he can stay out of trouble, not have any incidents and lose his front wing. That was a risk to pit then and lose track position. So Matt will be leading us on the safety car. He's gonna absolutely have to floor it here. Some of the guys have pitted behind him and have pitted to go to the end right now. So we're on lap 14. We're not at halfway part of the race yet. JW will be in second. Bornitsky being third on the restart. He was in third before he decided to pit, but he's managed to retain his third after Craig's pit. Johnny Smooth's in fourth, Union in fifth. Andy Loyal's got himself up to sixth here. Chip Strav's in seventh, Pope Star's in eighth, Nightwalker in ninth, Dragons in 10th, Grave will be in 11th. And Lack and RJB bring up the rear of the field. So here we go then, safety car restart. And Matt leaves it till late here, and that's going to cause... Look at this, we've got cars all over the place here. They're all fighting for position into that turn one. Matt's going to have the lead. Oh, there's a nasty mine round. Popestar's been spun. Popestar has been spun here and he's dropped down to the back. RJB's in 12. That puts Craif up in position though. Craif is all over the back of the Ferrari now. Can Craif find a way past Lack here? Just not going to be close enough at the moment. He's looking. Oh, Dragon's been spun. Oh, what a save that was from Dragon. I'll give him that. That was a fantastic save there by Dragon to keep it out of the barrier. That was awesome. I'll give him that. Yellow flag in sector 2. And it's Johnny Smooth. What's happened to Johnny? Johnny then has dropped to the back of the field. We've got a virtual safety car now. And Craif there from 11th has shot up to 8th here. Fantastic. He's 3 places in the space of a few corners for him there. And You've got himself up into 4th here. Bornlinski's had an incident then. So Bornlinski has dropped down the field as well. And he did have Johnny Smooth behind him. So was there an incident between Bornlinski and Johnny Smooth? There's another look at all that piece of front wing all over the place there. Bornlinski's got no front wing. What about Johnny Smooth? Johnny Smooth's got no front wing. The amount of front wings we've lost today is insane. And again, people in the pits. Dragon's in the pits for another front wing. RJB is coming in for another wing. Bornlinski's coming in for another wing. Johnny Smooth just about making his way into the pits for another wing. So Matt leads and he's got the gap up from JW to 2.5 here. He's pulling away just a nice amount of space here to get himself out the DRS. So remember, he's got to go here. He still has to pit right now. JW's in 2nd, Union's in 3rd, Jim Strav's in 4th. Been quite quiet this race of Jim Strav, but he is slowly picking his way up through the field. He did start joint last with Magic Mag. Andy Law's in 5th, Nightwalker's in 6th, Craif is in 7th. He's got to hunt down Nightwalker in front of him. So the race is on, and Craif's gain on these guys ahead. Nightwalker is on the soft tyre though, so he may struggle to catch up to him. But Matt, ooh, looked like he lost a bit of the rear end there, but he's kept it together. So Matt then leads the Grand Prix at the moment, and he comes round to start lap 17. JW though is coming under a bit of pressure from Union here. Union's going to be quite close to him, but I don't think he's going to be close enough to put a move on him into that first turn. Not quite. So JW holds on to the 2nd for the time being, but Union's all over the rear wing of that Ferrari. And here we go. Gets the power down, the rear wing's open. The Ferrari doesn't have the rear wing advantage here, and the Ferrari's going to drop down 1 place. Is he going to lose the place to Mercedes as well? He does. So JW drops from 2nd down to 4th on that DRS straight, and Union and Jim Strav get past him here, and Jim Strav there took advantage of the Ferrari, was in the bad position to defend against him after the Union got past, and Jim Strav then will be wanting to get after Union here. And they'll both be wanting to get after Matt, and Matt is losing time to these guys already. It was 1.7 seconds, and a half lap later the gap is down to a 2nd right now. And Andy Loyal is in 5th, Nightwalker's in 6th, Craif is in 7th here. Craif has had to pit. So RJB, Craif and Nightwalker are quite close together. They've all had to pit here. Have they all lost their front wings? And that is going to absolutely destroy Craif's race here. He was battling for the lead. And now this is going to turn into more of a recovery drive for Craif. Unless there's another safety car. And here we go, they're all going to have DRS here. We'll follow the back guys, see what happens. And RJB doing again some more dives. Just keeping out the barrier. And Union is all over the back of Matt here. These guys, where are they on the track? They have gone past the DRS and they are literally half the track ahead. The top 4 guys are 40 seconds ahead of the other field here. An instant field back half the grid right now. It's costing them guys the chance. Craif's gonna be losing out majorly. Let me just ride on board now as Craif gets up to 5th. He's 41 seconds behind. He's gonna have to go for it. Oh god. Nightwalker and RJB come together there. Oh RJB, oh Nightwalker and RJB are struggling to keep it out of the barriers right now. Nightwalker's crashed, and that's going to be the end of his race. He's going to retire here, and that could cause another safety car. No, Nightwalker. What is Nightwalker doing? Nightwalker's been disqualified. Giving up. Is that going to cause a safety car? We'll join back on because Union has got past Matt here. And here goes DRS wide open for Union. No, for Matt, sorry, Matt's going to try and take back the lead. Matt ran the outside of Union and he retakes his lead. Fantastic racing there for Matt again. Matt and Jim Strav and Union all had good races last week. And once again they're having another good showing today. Matt's battle with DRS Sakabine last week was a legendary battle. We saw Matt lose out through picking up penalties. He hasn't picked up any just yet, but he's gonna have to pit soon, you'd think. I think he's holding out for that soft tyre. So Union then has got the DRS here, he's gonna try it. No, he thinks better of it there, he's biding his time. There is better places to go for the overtake than here. The top 3 then separated by less than a second. JW's 4 seconds behind these guys in 4th. But as long as there's not enough of a safety car, he should be able to bring home that 4th place. And Craif is currently flying. RJB is now being caught by Dragon behind. Let's see if Dragon can get past him. He can't here. Backs out of the move for now. And 2-gate Union has got past Matt, but Matt is in the pit zone, so what tyre is Matt going to go for? Considering the guys ahead of him may not have to pit again. He's going for the medium tyre. On they go, and Matt will be pitted to the end, and he will come out way ahead of everyone in 4th place here. But he's going to have to get the power down, because I don't think any of the guys in front of him will pit again unless there's a safety car. Union though still got Jim Strave. Has been quite silent this whole race, and he's just picking off the guys as he goes. He's on tyres that should get him to the end here. He's currently in 2nd. He's picked his way through the field. He did start last on the grid with his teammate. His teammate got taken out early on with a stupid incident. Jim Strav has been a silent assassin tonight. I haven't really noticed him making his way through the field, but Jim Strav is currently in second place right now. He's keeping with Union at the moment. He's not letting Union get too far ahead of him. JW is just chilling out in current P3 right now. Matt is in 4th, but he will be on a charge now to the end. Grafe is 15 seconds further back. Warninski is 6 seconds further back from him. He's got Pope Staff Company behind him. Dragon is in 8th, 2 seconds ahead of the Ferrari. Looking to bring home today. So the closest battle on the field is the battle for the lead. We've got a yellow flag, and that is for an Aston. He's got it back on the track, but he's got wing damage. He's going to have to pit again. Oh my god, so we're going to be going into the last 10 laps here. Oh, look at the penalties as well, not many. Warninski's got 11, that's could drop him down the field and order a bit. Closest battle is the battle for the lead right now between Union and Jim Strav as they battle away for that win here. And they are battling, but it looks like Union's just slowly getting away from him right now. So Union has broken the second barrier now to Jim Strav, but Union's tyres will be 18 laps old by the end of the race. He's gonna need the Post-Star pits, and RJB's gonna pit as well. So Union and Jim Strav are gonna be able to go to the end, but Union's tyres are already 9 laps old. They're gonna be 18 laps by the end of the race, so his medium tyres may start to give up the go on him. Jim Strav though will be on the tyres that will be a lot fresher at the end of the race. They're not as quick as Union's right now, but they will be fresher towards the end. JW is dropping off these guys, but he's currently holding a comfortable P3. Matt is 15 seconds further back from him. I don't think he'll be able to catch up in time. JW is on quite old hard tyres. Will he have to pit again? That's going to be the question mark, but I'm pretty sure he's going to try and stay out and go to the end here to pick up that P3. Crafe is currently in 5th. He was leading at the start of the race, but he's had an incident halfway through, and that's dropped him way back off these guys. Borlinski's currently in 6th. Dragon is in 7th right now, just keeping a gap to Johnny Smooth and Lack behind him. His teammate Andy Loyal is in 10th, with Postar and RJB way behind them on the track. So the battle is for the lead right now, and let's see if Jim Strav can do anything about Union here this race. It's starting to peter off now as we come into the last stages. Quite a big gap between all the cars on the track right now. There's literally 3-second gaps between everyone. Jim Strav is struggling to go with Union at the moment. He's 1.5 seconds down on him. He's hoping that Union's tyres will give up at the end. this instant packed race here. We've got 8 laps to go here. Union leads and he's slowly pulling away from Jim Strav in second. JW is currently in third. He's got a 5-second penalty on his name. Matt is going at quite a reasonable rate of knots as well, so Matt may be able to pinch P3 at the end of this race right now. Craif is in 5th in no man's land really, 23 seconds behind the car in front, and only 4 seconds ahead of Borlinski behind him. Borlinski though, he's on the soft tyres, that's 6 laps old. You would expect to start dropping off towards the end of this race. Dragon's in 7th and Johnny Smooth has caught up to Dragon here. Ooh. What the hell was that Red Bull doing there? He's trying to take Dragon out here. What was Johnny Smooth doing? Johnny Smooth, he's going to have to pit again. JW is pitted then. So Matt will take P3. He's 19 seconds behind that battle for the lead. And JW's come out in 4th. Craif is right behind him though. Craif then may now see the opportunity to try and pinch a 4th place finish for the Alpine team, as his teammate Borlinski pits and goes for another set of the softs, as Dragon goes past and up into 6th place here. So Dragon then's going to have to make sure he keeps it clean here, don't lose any more front wings. He should be on for a good haul of points for the McLaren guys. So Union is leading, but his lead is now slowly coming down between him and Jim Straff. It was up to 1.8, it's down to 1.4. Are his tyres starting to wear on him here? 11 lap old mediums. Or is he looking after them right now? So Union then, the gap is coming down here. Is Union struggling on their medium tyres? You can see Jim Straff is getting closer and closer to that leader. Jim Straff now putting the power down. He's chasing after Union. Matt is actually getting on these guys, but it's a little too late for him now. He'll be happy just to come home in P3, I think. He could have got the win. Same goes for Craft. Crafier, he was looking good for a win today, but in the instance that we have seen, he's down into 5th, and Borlinski's up to 6th here. He's found a way past Dragon, and Dragon then down into 7th, but he's got a 10-second gap over Lack behind him, so he should be able to bring home some decent points from now. Who's in the pit? Oh, Union's in the pit. So Union pits here, and he's putting on a set of the softs. Matt is going to fly past into 2nd place here. So Union pitted from the lead. Then medium tyres, he started to struggle on. He weren't going to get him to the end, I don't think. And Union pits, and he comes back out into 3rd place. Matt takes 2nd then. For the time being, can Union use these last 6 laps to try and hunt Matt down to take a P2 here. Jim Strath though is now leading. He's got 6 laps to take these hard tyres to the end for the win, and bring home a Mercedes win again for 2 weeks on the trot. Jim comes second last week, just behind his teammate Magic Mag. His teammate got taken out though. And Jim will, as it stands, will be bringing home some fantastic points for the Mercedes, as it looks like they're about to win the opening 2 races of the season. Matt is currently in second. Can Union though gain 9 seconds on him in 6 laps? So a second and a half a lap he's going to have to do. Take off the 3. He's going to have to do a second a lap on Matt here to steal that PT back. JW's in 4th. Graves in 5th. Wolnitzky's in 6th. Dragon is pulling away from Lack in 8th. And Andy Loyal pits here. 23 lap holds from Andy Loyal, and he's having to serve a penalty. And there he goes. And Pope Star comes in as well. Now can he get back out ahead of RJB? It's going to be tight between these two. And we'll stick with it because this is it's going to be the closest battle. Yeah, it's the battle for the last point of the race. And RJB is going to just pip him out the pit here. He has. So RJB takes the last point of the race right now. And RJB is currently in 10th then. He's been lapped up to 4th place. But he will at the moment bring home a point at least. Jim Strath there, he's just going to bring that car home. He won't need to pit again. Matt is in second. He's got to keep that pace up here, because he's got to keep Union with outside of that 3-second mark. And we will have 4. He will have 4 laps to go after this lap, Matt, to try and keep that P2. Union is gaining on him at some rate of knots. He's 2 seconds out of him in the 2 laps. The whole field is very spread apart here. There's literally 15-second gaps between everyone. The only real battle that's going on right now is Union against Matt for P2, and Pope Star versus RJB for that last points position. RJB is struggling here, and he's gonna have Pope Star all over the back of him here. Both of them racing for that final points position. RJB goes off the track there. And Pope Star down the inside and retakes that last point scoring position from RJB. And he's getting that power down. Can he gain on Andy Loyal in these last few laps? Union is gaining on Matt here quite right now. It's got a gap down to about 6 seconds now. Matt's gonna be tight at the end here. So to go Union, he's gaining, but I think he's going to run out of I think he's going to run out of laps to catch Matt here. Matt's going to look set. Oh, sorry, my throat's gone. Matt looks set then to bring home that P2. Unless he has some sort of wayward ending to this race. Jim Strav, he's going to bring home the victory. He's just taking it nice and steady right now. They are gaining on him behind, but not at a drastic rate of knots here. He's just making sure that he doesn't clip a wing or anything right now, and brings home that Mercedes win. Matt is racing hard for P2. Ian's starting to peter off now, and he's chased down for Matt. He's got traffic ahead of him and gets past that Ferrari's traffic. And Popestar though, as since making that pit, has absolutely started to fly here. He's got past RJB, and now he's got Andy Loyal in front of him. It might be only worth the extra 1 point, but all points matter come the end of the season. And it's Aston versus McLaren then up this back straight. And he just can't find a way past him there. What? Can he go for it again? He's looking not close enough right now. As we go into the last 2 laps then. Going to the last 2 laps. 2 Gate Union's got to find 2 seconds here on Matt to steal that 2nd place. Let's have a look at the pit stops. RJB's made 8 pit stops today. Not the best race for him. And here we go. Popestar up into P9, but Andy Loyal has no penalties, so Popestar's going to have 2 laps now to try his best to get that up to 3 seconds between him and Andy Loyal. We'll hope that Andy Loyal picks up a penalty here. Jim Strath there's doing well. 2 Gate Union though, it's just not happening for him here. He was gaining, then he seems to peter off for a lap, then he will gain on Matt again. Just not been his race. Crashed down in 5th. He's just bringing it home, you'd say. Okay, look at the gaps between everyone on the track. Everyone's massively split apart here. Andy Loyal, he's already dropped off them 3 seconds to Popestar. Pretty much. Popestar looks set to steal P9 from the McLaren guy. As we start the last lap here, Jim Strav leads, Matt's in 2nd, 2 Gate Unions lost a bit of time to Matt on that lap, so it looks like Matt's going to come home in 2nd place for the Williams team. Who's got the fastest lap today? Fastest lap will go to Borlinski over 1:39.0. He's to get under the 1:40 there and into the 30s. Fantastic lap that was then from Borlinski, literally over a second quicker than anyone else. He'll bring in P5, no P6. And here we go then, Jim Strav. He's coming around the back end of the track now. He's backed right off here. Doesn't need to push. He's on quite old hard tyres. He's played his strategy right today. He has stayed out of trouble the whole race. Didn't get involved in any of the incidents after this incident-filled race. He's just kept himself to himself. And now looks set to bring home the win for Mercedes. Here he goes, round the last few corners here. Into the last 2. And Jim Strav wins here and brings home the Mercedes victory. Matt brings home P2. 2 Gate Union will bring home P3, and then we've got quite a great to have until P4 comes across the line. Congratulations to the top three, Jim Strav, Matt and Union, all bringing home the podiums for their teams. JW comes home in 4th. Where's everyone else going? Lack's retired. Lack has retired on the last lap, which means RJB will pick up the final points of the race. Pope Star comes home in 8th. Andy Loyal comes home in 9th. So here we go. And there you go, RJB taking the last final point scoring place of the race. Craft them comes home P5. Borlinski will come home P6, and Dragon, after that absolutely dreadful start to the race for the McLaren team, will bring home some decent points in P7 for the guys. And Dragon will be the last guy to finish out. Just taking it easy, doesn't want to DNF here just like Black did. But some decent points for McLaren today. Both drivers in the point scoring positions. The only other team to do that today is the Alpine team, who've got 2 cars home. And there we go, guys. Fantastic instant field race tonight. Some people may need to work on their driving etiquette, but Jim Strav stayed out of trouble, kept himself to himself most of the race, ran his own strategy, and he comes home with the win today. Followed by Matt, and followed by Union. I'll see you all on Friday or some point over the week. I'll definitely be back next week to commentate for you guys, and hopefully we'll have a bit of a fairer race there. Good night, guys. Any instance, please share them in.